Raise it, Tom.
Oh, there's no action in this game. Phil raised under the gun and 7 people called.
No, he limped under the gun. I raised. I thought it was going to be him and I.
Oh, yeah. The only people that folded were the 2 tightest players in the game.
Give him the card, please.
If we were playing the 7-deuce game, I'd still be in, probably.
6 players in this pot.
Check.
You'd think we were playing 2-4, but it was $1,800 for each of them pre-flop. The pot is nearly $12,000.
And on a pot flop of 8-8 ace, it's 6 players in and not one of them's caught an ace or an 8.
Now, Tom Dwan is still in the lead with his pocket 4s. He has 2 pair. Ivy also has 2 pair.
It's a really small bet though, that 2,000 to Phil Ivy. But so far it looks like he might get around. Just the man who's actually in front right now, Tom Dwan, with his 2 4s.
I'm here to have fun with something.
Well, the small bet. Everybody got scared.
Show a bluff. Ace what?
Ace king I had.
You just fired the no pair, no draw on 6 people like it was nothing. Like nobody could have a hand.
I figured if I bet 2,000, I won 12. It would be a pretty good bet.
Pretty good. I don't think like 1 out of 6 times, like 6 people want to hit an ace or an
I was shocked. I mean, I thought somebody was going to call.
With the FullTiltPoker.net $1 million cash game. 8 players. The action is fast and furious here.
It was a lucky bet, Mike.
Blinds, of course, 300, 600. We've seen a lot of straddles, which are 1,200, and a lot of action.
You are a lucky, lucky, lucky guy. All right. 2 dimes.
And Mike the Mouth Madisau on the button with ace-10 of hearts is going to raise it up.
Oh, they always re-raise me. Why do they do that?
Raising.
A re-raise from Tom Dwan.
6,700.
Before he raised him, he said, why they always re-raise? Before he even reached his chips.
I mean, it just doesn't feel fair to me.
Now,
6,700.
Durr obviously not respecting Madisau's button raise, but Madisau's actually got a pretty good hand.
Still not a big hand. He's not going to want to commit too many chips with that, not unless he catches a big flop. And let's see what the dealer can bring them. Well, it's a bit for both of them. Up and down straight for Mike Madisau and top pair for Tom Dwan.
See, Tom Dwan is about a 3-2 favorite over Madisau.
Yeah, about a 6-4.
Check.
David, you want to go to your home and play after?
Check.
Goes check.
Huh?
The 9, that's a good card for Tom Dwan.
I already plugged my computer in when I come, because I'm
That check showing he can mix up his game, doesn't have to keep firing. I think we're going to see him fire now.
2 clubs out there, straighter out there. Doesn't want to give up any more free cards.
oh, from here it's only, but I didn't see it over there.
Mike the Mouth finally quiet.
All night. Last night I was...
He's probably quiet now because it's the first time he's actually been in a decent pot.
10,800 is the bet.
Bet of 8,800 and called from Mike Madisau.
Change.
The pot has ballooned up to $36,000. Madisau's going to need a queen.
Not a 6 is what he needed.
I was going to say a queen, a 7, or an ace would have gotten it done. And if you're in Dwan's position, do you check here to induce the bluff?
Well, he's got to try and decide what he thinks Mike Madisau's got. I think it's probably best for him to bet this one. Hope that his reputation of a bluffer and a stealer is going to get him paid from an 8 or a pocket pair of some kind.
Even maybe ace-king.
Maybe even ace-king, exactly. As it happens, I think it's just going to win him the pot.
Bet.
How much?
27,700 is the bet.
$63,000 pot, $27,000 to call. Remember, both these players check the flop. Very easy here for Dwan to have nothing at all.
$27 what?
700.
And is Mattisau seriously contemplating calling this $27,000 bet with just ace high?
I don't think this is just for the cameras. I think he's pretty seriously considering making this call. He just...
He's definitely familiar with the way Dur plays.
Exactly, so he just can't think of a hand that he's going to check the flop and then have to keep betting. Apart from a bluff. That's what's going through his head.
Well, obviously we can see the cards, but Dur could easily have 5-3 suited in this case.
Exactly, and he's got plenty of previous history for doing that kind of thing.
It's a great value bet from Tom Dwan.
Yeah, exactly. I think the reason he might get this call is the fact that he checked it on the flop. I think that could be it.
And for a player that primarily plays on the internet, he's giving nothing away. And he's going to call this. Call.
I think the check on the flop was brilliant by Tom Dwan.
It's good.
Jacks and 9.
Oh, and Mattisau.
I think Mike's going to be pretty upset with himself at that one. I don't think it's the worst call Mike's ever made.
Thank you.
I think he's thought it through. He thinks that Tom hasn't got a hand he can check on the end. He's going to have to try and bluff it.
He got to me once or twice, but I mean, if you're a great poker player, you can't let somebody, I mean, he's like a fly. Just, if you let the flies get to you, then you lose, you know.
He's sitting almost next to me, so I have to listen to him all the time. He's never gonna lose a battle on a table. He's Mike the Mouth.
I've always been a great cash game player. A lot of people think different. I lost a $100,000 pot with exact scenario online the other day. People say I'm known as an emotional person.
You just don't know how bad I run at poker.
Well, I've learned over the years to control my emotions. It doesn't even faze me. You're right. I expect to lose it. I'm going to come in with a super tight image, like they always think I'm real tight. And once I establish that image, it's going to allow me to open up my game a little bit. I'm really good at reading people, and I'm really good at picking off bluffs by picking off things that people do. The way people throw their chips in, the way I look at the way they look at their cards. I see whether they like their hand or not, and I am the best at that, and that's what makes my strength.
It takes a certain mentality to be able to deal with the ups and downs without cracking.
Anybody can play great when they're winning. It's who can sit there and get pounded day after day after day and keep bouncing back. And you ask anybody in poker who's been pounded more than Mike Mattisau and bounced back, they're not going to say many. I got a lot of heart. That's what I'm known for. A lot of heart. Bounce back off the table and just keep coming back.
We're at the FullTiltPoker.net $1 Million Cash Game. I'm David Tuckman alongside Gary Jones.
I'll give you 8. I give you 1,000.
Mike Mattisau now down $57,000. Of course,
I said I'm like the music group U2, buddy.
The most what?
I'm like the music group U2.
If you would have aces, you probably end up with it.
What's that? An outdated
They
band
just keep
that
coming up
nobody
with
likes
hits
anymore?
every single year, baby. Year after year, decade after decade. I'm there in poker, U2's there in music. You understand?
4,000 total bet.
You got it?
And then at that stage, obviously, we do this 2,400.
I play this game in the 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s.
Tom Dwan, maybe starting to feel a little bit more confident.
It's going to be right on the end, but we'll check it. What's that? Well, because I think you should play with.
Was down nearly $170,000 at one point. Now he's only down $97,000, and he's got pocket sevens.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to forget, obviously.
Cool.
Well, that's 4 players to this. The 2 Phils. Phil Helmuth, Phil Ivey, Tom Dwan, better known as Durr, and
Pot.
Eli Lesra.
Pot over 16,000.
What time is it?
2 spades on this board. That's good for Ellie. He's sitting there with 8-10 of spades.
Only one overcard to Durr's sevens.